I feel pretty, oh so pretty. Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. Justin Herbert was no match for my headband, Perna. I've been growing my hair out to take away your throwing powers, Justin, and it worked. That's all you have to say, Justin Herbie, fully bloated?
No, I think I need to just throw a better ball.
Yeah, Justin. Try to not make Patrick Surtian your number one receiving target. Now, Broncos fans, did Teddy make up for his no tackle by playing injured and getting the dub? It was a shin injury, which if anyone who has ever hit their shin knows is probably the most painful of all injuries. But I swore it was a back injury based on the way Teddy was standing. That's the same way I stand when I throw out my back. Speaking of Teddy throwing out, he out-threw Justin Herbert, not in yards, not in TDs, but in mistake-free football, and that was enough to give Denver the win, to put him 6-5 on the season, one game behind the Chiefs, in a three-way tie with the Raiders and Chargers. Oh my God, let's recap this game. That's good sports! Please take a minute or 2 seconds to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hey, Benchwarmer Brew t-shirts are now on pre-sale. BenchwarmerBrew.com, that's my coffee company. We've got our t-shirts for sale. Urinating Tree's got a t-shirt. 5 Points has got a t-shirt. It's a pre-order for a week. You got a week to get your order in for shirts. So if you love this design and you want to look as good as me, then BenchwarmerBrew.com. The Broncos pummeled the Chargers at home on Sunday, winning 28-13. Teddy Bridgewater rushed for a touchdown and threw a tug to tight end Noah Fant. Sorry, I mean Albert Okwuegbunam. No, I mean Owen Daniels. Shit, no, it was Eric Salbert. Rookie running back Javonte Williams scored a touchdown, and rookie corner Pat Surtain had 2 picks, including one he took to the house. Denver managed to beat the Chargers after playing exactly 2.5 quarters of good football. Outside of those 2.5 quarters, they tried to let the Chargers come back into the game. So much so, Brandon Staley said this in his post-game presser.
He's got the back open.
It was real friendly.
And he kind of felt like the back was going to be coming. He felt like the back was going to stay put, and Austin kept coming.
Oh, if you can't stop your own running back from coming, how are you going to control yourself at the end when it matters? Well, you can't. Now, before I discuss my takeaways from this game, I want to share with you when the eyes of Broncos country, knew the Broncos would win this game. There were 2 plays that showed me that a higher power was guiding Denver, was guiding them. First play, Sam Martin and Nate Hairston doing good special teams. Good special teams, so awesome they did. They downed this punt at the 1-yard line. This was as close to the line as you can get, but not even Hairston's towel touched the goal line there. Unless it's the Cowboys blocking a punt wrong, Denver never does special teams right. And that gave LA no chance to start the game with the scoring drive. The second play that forced me to believe Denver was destined for victory came in the 4th quarter when the Broncos ran a screen correctly. They did a screen and a special teams right in the game.
Great f***ing job!
The last time the Broncos ran a successful screen pass was when Tom Brady was just 40 years old. So this play is to be rejoiced. Now, let's start with Teddy, who made exactly 2 great plays, both resulting in touchdowns. Touchdown number 1 came on a Teddy Bridgewater scramble that was absolutely delicious. The exact opposite of when you have water in your scramble. Teddy dove and without question tried to tackle the pylon, totally redeeming himself from last week's horrific tackling effort against Darius Slay. Teddy, 2 legs, rushed for the TD. Then in the 4th quarter on 3rd down with Joey Bosa unblocked, Teddy stiffy arms Bosa so hard, Joey spent the rest of the game trying to dig his nose out of the back of his throat, and Teddy Roosevelt ripped a touchdown pass to Jeff Hireman. Eric Saubert, earning Teddy yet another nickname, Teddy Stiffy. Shout out Vic Lombardi. That was Eric Saubert's first career touchdown, and I honestly hope he never scores again. After the game, he did this in the Broncos locker room.
Love you guys, let's keep on rolling.
Are you trying to injure one of your own teammates by spiking the ball indoors, Austin? Eric? Indoor spikes are bad luck and everybody knows it. Now, Teddy exited the game with a shin injury in the second quarter, which came after an untouched Derwin James blasted the holy water out of Teddy. I thought he was done for the day. Luckily, he wasn't, because it took all of 7 passing attempts by Horsecock Lock to remind us why Teddy Two Legs won the job in the first place. The thing, though, that I am most hurt about in knowing Drew Lock isn't very good is the realization we have to simply retire, throw away the greatest nickname in Broncos QB history, R.I.P. Horsecock Lock, and get the fuck out of the way, Trevor Simeon Toast Crunch and a Brockwork Orange. To be fair, Horsecock Lock did lead a scoring drive when he replaced Teddy. It was mostly just runs from Williams and Gordon on the drive, but he was the quarterback. The same way Joe Biden is the president. My other takeaway, though, from Lock's pick is that Derwin James is still really good. Now, I don't want to call Justin Herbert a liar, but that filthy liar wouldn't stop lying about how good the Broncos coaches were.
The Denver Broncos, they're really well coached, and when you put together a really good coach like that with some pretty exceptional players, you get a really good defense. And
Justin, they're all getting fired this offseason. Meatball. But it probably feels that way to Herbie, since Denver has defeated Los Angeles 14 times in the last 19 games. And to be fair, Big Fangio has the Chargers number the same way Mike Shanahan used to have the Raiders number, in the same way Shannon Sharp convinced Derek Thomas he had his girlfriend's number. Now, a really well-coached team from top to bottom, Justin, doesn't produce just 2 yards of offense like the Broncos did in the third quarter. But Denver, in that third quarter, desperately clung on to their 7-point lead like a pube to the shower wall. The Chargers hurt themselves with some ill-timed penalties in this game, and as much as Justin Herbert did to keep plays alive in the passing game, the Chargers struggled to deal with the Broncos' pass rush. This game was all about the Broncos rookies and the defense. GM George Payton's first draft is starting to look pretty damn good, as well as spot acquisitions of Kenny Young and Stephen Weatherly. When he gave us that peace sign back when he signed, the peace sign for a signing, he was signaling to Broncos country what he'd deliver, peace. And peace cannot be accomplished overnight, unless by peace you mean gun, which you can get a piece at Walmart anytime you want. Now, Baron Browning played very well at linebacker, including knocking down this Justin Herbert pass that could have killed the Broncos on third down. Caden Stearns broke up a key pass as he filled in full-time for an injured Kareem Jackson. And of course, Patrick Surtian, aka PS2, and Javonte Williams, aka Pookie Williams, went off. Overall, you can't say enough about how well the Broncos defense played in this game, limiting Ekeler to 1 touchdown, and another touchdown went to Jared Cook. That was essentially a Hail Mary by Herbert from the 27-yard line. Luck. That play was lucky, and it probably won't happen again for the Chargers for at least 9 years. 1 year for every Rivers kid. I'll retire the Big Dick Player Award before I ever stop referencing Phillip Rivers' unstoppable sperm. Speaking of, I am giving the Big Dick Player Award to PS2 and Javonte Williams. 1 big dick for 2 men to share. Every pro athlete's dream come true. Melvin Gordon had a nice game, was actually a little more consistent as a runner than Williams, but Pookie, you get the Big Dick Player Award. 54 rushing yards for Williams plus a rushing TD, but he was also the team's leading receiver with 57 yards. I won't even talk about how concerning it is that Tim Patrick and Cortland Sutton combined for 4 catches and 43 yards after receiving new contracts and extensions. I refuse to acknowledge how little faith I have in the Broncos passing game because this win felt good, damn it. Williams had more receiving yards than Sutton and Patrick combined, most of which came on that now famous 12-yard screen pass and the following play when Williams ripped this swing pass for 42 yards. Hell, even one of the runs to close out the game by Williams was a head turner, or as Cam Fleming put it, an ass grabber. Sorry, Cam, that's not the gooch we idolize here in Denver. Look, I've been an Xbox guy my entire life, but after Sunday, the only console I will acknowledge is the PS2. Burn your fucking X Series, kids. Burn the hell out of your PS5s and buy a PS2, a timeless classic that will never let you down. Patrick Surtian prevented the Chargers from scoring a touchdown by picking Herbie fully bloated in the end zone, and he scored on the Chargers by turning this pass that was behind Austin Ekeler into a touchdown. Even Drew Lock gets in on the action, gets an assist for pointing where the end zone is for Surtian here. Honestly, Drew Lock might be a great coach one day. Herbert's QB rating when targeting Pat Surtian, a very Cam Newton-like 6.8. Surtian needs to start talking to Sony right now about the PS6 because there's a chance when that thing comes out, Surtian will have the most pick sixes in NFL history. Collab there. Surtian has 3 picks on the season, 1 fewer interceptions than Justin Fields has touchdowns, although Fields has 8 interceptions, so maybe the Broncos should have drafted Fields to play corner. Hopkins shanked a field goal attempt. Justin Herbert misfired and LA couldn't convert on an early 4th down, culminating in so many missed opportunities. The Broncos kicked their ass with 155 passing yards combined between Drew Lock and Teddy Roosevelt.
It was real friendly.
The Chronicles of Riddick, Stephen Weatherly had a sack, McDelvin again had a sack, Malik Reed and Deshaun Williams split a sack. Hell, Baron Browning would have had a sack had it not been negated by a tacky pass interference call, which was the only bad call in the game. And now Denver could take first place in the AFC West with the win Sunday night in Arrowhead. No easy task, but the AFC West officially makes less sense than many of my jokes. Thanks for watching That's Good Sports Broncos recap. Best and worst already up on this YouTube channel. You can click and watch that video here. It's on the screen. You can click it. Make sure you subscribe here if you haven't. And don't forget, BenchwarmerBrew.com t-shirt pre-sale this week only.